do something right quick. See if I can do this. Hello. So we're going to be adding beads to a rope basket today. Alright, let me see. How do I do this? Hello. The internet's a little slow today. Okay. Let's do this. And there we go. Hi. You two's got some new stuff going on here. Got me all confused. Alright, did it go through? I guess it did. Anyway, this is what I'm doing. Alright, if it didn't, I'll fix it later. Let's move that out the way. Alright, so I previously wrapped some rope last night. I wrapped it with some pretty turquoise, and the top two rounds I am going to use this fabric. Isn't that pretty? So the two, and then we're going to add, I have some pearl beads. They have holes. Where did I get those? I don't remember. Anyway, I bought some wood beads. They got like a, I don't know, probably a white paint. So I drilled the holes a little bit bigger so I can slide them on the rope. It's going to be snug, but I'll show you how to work it. So I got those, and these, they're kind of flat, but they're round. I thought that would be pretty on there too. See, wouldn't that be pretty? Alright, we got rope. I might have to make a bobbin in a little bit because I was sewing earlier. Alright, where's the end? Got a hot mess. The housekeeper is off today. Alright, let's turn the sewing machine on. You want a jean needle, and I use the Walmart rope. If anybody's new to making rope bowls, this is the rope that I use. This is from Walmart. It's a cotton. I got a little stain right here. I usually take a Q-tip. If I'm using bare rope, I'll take a Q-tip with a little bit of Dawn and water, and then you take a dry rag. It usually comes out. It's probably from when it got dropped on the floor or something. And there's a hair in it. That ain't my hair. A little dark for my hair. Anyway, this is Walmart rope. And let's see. I use, hello, we got two people. I use, for thread, I use the overlock serger thread. Alright, so I already wrapped this good portion. I cut my strips at 1 inch. And you just do a little coil. Don't do your coils too big because they'll spring out. Just have a good hold on it. Stick a pin in it, and it holds pretty good. I see a piece of my rope hanging out. Okay, we're going to put it on a straight stitch. Alright. Make sure it's nice and flat. The sewing machine, you have to hold the thread or put a piece of fabric or something under it. Take your pin out. I go all the way to the end. Let me back up a little bit for you. Hang on. Hang on. We'll get this right. There. How's that? Is that better? Alright, so you want to pick your foot up with the needle down. I'm pretty good at not doing that. You turn it just a little bit. Is my hand in the way? Of course it is. But each time you go back and forth, you want to... There. I don't want my hand in the way. You turn it, you back stitch. The things we got to do to video. This is going to be pretty. Cut my ends. And I'm using white thread. I don't have a thread this color, but white will be just fine. It'd be pretty if I had every color under the moon. You could use multicolor thread. You can use the thread that they use for embroidery on the sewing machines. That would be pretty, some multicolor. It'll change the tone of your color of your fabric or your bowl. Alright, so this should be good. That'll be good. Snip it. Alright, this is what it looks like right now. That's my star. And in between the wide spots, I like to turn it all the way around and then start my zigzag right here. That way it closes up your gaps because it'll, see how it's moving? So that'll tighten it up. Zigzag. 9 people. Well, hi everyone. Hi Judy. You're not late. I just jumped on. You are not late. So we're going to be adding beads to a basket. I wrapped the rope so far with this turquoise. And I'm going to use this pretty fabric for the top 2 rounds. Ready? We're going to start zigzagging. Say hello, everyone. Let us know where you're from. I am on here live. If you have any questions, I'll try to keep peeping on the comments. Here, let me zoom back in for you. Hi, Judy. Oh, I already spoke to you. Aren't they pretty? They were hanging out together, and I was looking around my room. I was like, I needed some inspiration. So I look in my pile. I have a pile. I got those plastic shelves you put in your garage. Hawaii. I'm in North Carolina. I'm on the other side. Alright, here's my shelf. This is mostly fat quarters. So I have 2 shelves. The very bottom shelf, there's like sewing machine, and this is my to-do projects in front of my window. Those plastic shelves are okay. They can be a little wobbly when you have fabric on them. And they're about, what, 8 inches? 8 inches and probably a yardstick long, what, 36 inches? It looks like a lot on the camera, but it isn't. You can never have enough fabric. Like I said, most of them are fat quarters. I can't stand a fat eighth, though. When I buy a fat eighth with a certain fabric that I'm looking for, I get mad. Because they cut through whatever I was trying to use as maybe a applique. So if you cut fabric and sell fabric, yeah. So most of the time I'll get a fat eight, not a fat eight, a fat quarter or a half a yard. Every once in a while, I will buy a yard. It depends on what the fabric is. This turquoise fabric I got from Walmart. It was on sale. It's all cotton. It's not the cotton poly like they usually sell. Anyway, it's made by Waverly. And it's a little stringy. See the strings? But don't worry about it. When you finish with your project, just, trim them all off. Most of the time they get caught between your ropes. I like the shabby chic that it gives, but I cut the long strings off. Alright, so we're going to make a basket. And I probably will have to wrap some more. How big do I want to make this basket? It's not an order, so this basket gets made the way it wants to get made. Plus, I needed to make another video to make YouTube happy. Don't forget to like and subscribe and give me a few comments. And if you want to get me coffee as a donation, there's a little heart that has a $ sign in it. So I'm going to run out of bobbin pretty soon. I like to hold my finger up against the edge of my foot. It holds the rope close and you can have more control. Try to let your machine do all the work. Just steer it. Alright, how big? I have a new squeak. I just oiled and cleaned the sewing machine. Maybe I missed something. Alright, how big do I want this? And it sounds like the bobbin's getting ready to be empty. Let's measure. I'm guessing 5 inches. Oh, nope, it's almost 6 inches. I'm off my measurement today. I'm usually good at estimating. Six inches. How wide do I got my stitches? Y'all hear the squeak? Sounds like I got a little birdie in there. Alright, so now I'm going to start tilting it. I don't want to make a great big one. Hi, Judy. Hi, Patricia, Oklahoma. Good to know. Oh, Italy. Well, hello. How are you? Panoply Craft. Did I say that right? I probably did not. Say hello to Italy, y'all. I'm in North Carolina in the U.S. I'm on the coastline. We have Italy in the house. That's pretty cool. Alright, let me untangle, untwist. Untangle. You don't want your rope to get all twisted like this. You want to undo it. Did I say panoply? Did I say that right? Did I run out of bobbin yet? Nope. I'm going to go ahead and go a little bit faster because I'm going to have to wrap some more and make a bobbin. And this sewing machine is not going to give me a straight side, so it's going to have a little curve. It might have a big curve. But whatever shape it wants to be, we'll let it. The shapes of your bow always depends on the width of your nose of your sewing machine. Somehow or another, I pulled in a piece of white string from somewhere. That darn housekeeper, I don't know what I'm going to do with her. It's alright, we can pick it out with a pen. Now, if you don't like the little fuzzies that your fabric on your wrap does, you can cut, what is it, 2 inches or 1.5 inches and fold it in half and then wrap your rope. But I like it. Uh-oh. I still have bobbin. And now I don't. I knew it sounded like the bobbin was getting ready to run out. Alright, let me zoom y'all out. Oh, you already are. Here we go. That's what she's looking like. And see my little fuzzies? Don't worry about it. You can trim them when you're done. Here's the back side. Okay, let me make a bobbin. I'll make a bobbin and I'll read the comments. Uh-oh, where's my thread? What did I do with my thread? This is the thread I like to use because we use so much thread. And I have a little tree that sits behind the sewing machine. I call it a tree. I don't know what it's the words are for it, the definition. Alright, we're going to make a bobbin and I'm going to check some comments. Christina! Okay. Where do the fuzzies come from? That's because it's a cheaper fabric. The thread count isn't real tight. And when you cut it, it frays. But you just trim them off when they get too long if they're poking out of your project. Uh-oh, don't you do that. Yeah, I'm holding it while I'm threading. Yeah, you gotta do things a little bit different when you make these bowls. You gotta do your thread your sewing machine a little bit different just to make it work. So I make do with what I got. You can take a shirt, cut the sleeves, use that fabric. Upholstery fabric is not too good unless it's a real thin one. The best fabric to use is batik fabric. Batik fabric has a nice thread count and you don't get all the fray. You can also use the pinkin shears. Here, I'll show you. If you don't know what pinkin shears are, pinkin shears are the scissors that have this will cut back on your fraying also. These are pinkin shears. So when you cut your strips, you can use those. I think they got a rotary cutter that's like pinkin shears, don't they? I think I've seen one. Whoop. Alright, here we go. Bobbin's ready. I like to start back further where I ended, because each time you back and forth your stitches, you're going to have more of your thread color showing. It ain't going to go nowhere, because you're going to do another round and it's going to tighten it right on up. Well, it was nice to meet you, Christina. It's always nice to meet somebody from the other part of the world. I love meeting different people. I love cultures. I love all that. Oh, let me zoom y'all back in a little bit. There you go. I'm getting the twists out. So you always get these out. Straighten it out. It tightens your rope. You don't want your rope too tight and twisted. I'll show you how to add more fabric as soon as I get to the end of the wrap here. This is just a regular, cheaper Singer sewing machine. She works just fine. It got quiet since I put the new bobbin in. Alright, so I'm getting a twist again. Alright, so let me wrap this up and turn it. So you just turn it. If you have this kind of rope on the thing, just turn it. It'll get the twist out. It's twisted from me wrapping. I still got a twist. Twist, look at that twist. Keep on twisting, twisting. Am I twisting more or, uh-oh. Let me see. Am I twisting it the wrong way? I think I was twisting it the wrong way. Alright, we'll keep twisting for a few seconds. Get these kinks out. Because you don't want your rope to get too stiff and kinked. La-da-da. Just sing you a little tune while you do it. Doo-doo. Dang. I got it all twisted, kinked up. Come on. Untwist her. There we go. She's untwisted. Is that it? Nope. A couple more. Dang. Yeah, I was wrapping the rope last night while I was watching the TV. Actually, TV watches me most of the time. But I wanted to do this bowl. I even drilled the holes in the beads last night and make the hole bigger. I have one of those battery pack drills from Walmart. And I had drill bits from my brother. My brother passed away. If I talk about my brother, he passed away. Anyway, so I have some of his tools. My brother did beautiful artwork. He sandblasted pictures on glass and mirrors. He used the sandblaster to do it. Beautiful, beautiful. Alright, so this is looking like a bowl more than a basket. Alright, so I'm getting to the end of the wrap. So we're going to wrap some more. Has anybody not made a bowl before? If you've never made a rope bowl before, I would start with making coasters to get the feel for it and to see where your needle and all that good stuff goes. Alright, so I'm going to cut some more of this fabric. Alright, what in the world? I guess I got it close and counter. Anyway, So I'm going to cut some strips right quick. Where's my good scissors? Anybody not ever made a good grammar, Laurel? A rope bowl before? Alright, so I'm just using scissors to cut strips. I don't have a lot of room in my house. I have a little house. Actually, it's a duplex. But most of the time I'm doing it either on the dinner table or in my lap. It doesn't have to be perfectly straight. And there's 3. Let's do one more. Yep, they don't have to be straight. Because nobody's going to see it. Alright, let me read comments. Sorry to hear about... Yeah, it was 2019. Well, hi, Miss Vicky. I got your letter yesterday. Thank you. Hi, Carol. Hi, Deborah. Just ordered Pink and Blaze. Oh, Pink and Blaze. Oh, okay, for the pink and shears. Well, hi, Donnie. How are you? Well, thank you. Alright, am I caught up? You haven't made a bowl yet, Miss Judy. But yeah, start out with the coaster. That way you know if your sewing machine can handle it, and you can get the feel of how it's going to react and all that good stuff. You can play with your zigzag dial. The fun part is take color thread. That way you can see exactly where your needle's going and all that good stuff. Did that make any kind of sense? But that's for the beginners. But yeah, working with a smaller project like a coaster on plain rope and color thread. Use a bigger needle, like a jean needle, a 16. I have used the universal. But you want a strong needle that can handle, the thickness of the rope, heavy rope. And always wrap on an angle. Can you see the center of that? It meets right here. See how sharp of an angle I have it? And don't pull it super tight, just wrap it snug. I wrap it and hold it. See, I'm wrapping, I'm holding, wrapping, holding. You could do it over or under. Whatever's most comfortable to you. I'm not left-handed, but my brain acts like it's left-handed. Most of y'all know that I have a dyslexia. Just wrap it, wrap it. Wrap it, wrap it. It's not too bad. And by holding it like this, sometimes it calms your threads or your strings from fraying. But this fabric here, it doesn't have a tight thread count. It's almost like upholstery fabric will do the same thing. Batik fabrics are the best fabric to use. Quilter's cotton is good, but batik is better. And batik is so pretty. Oh my goodness. I just love batik fabrics. I'm hippie gypsy. I think that's why. Alright, we're going to add another one. Alright, so I'm going to show you how I add more fabric. Don't worry about the salvage. Unless it's, the white part. Alright. Put it completely over the top. Bring it down. I roll it back. Get it in there. I hold on to it. I pull it on an angle. This is the only wrinkle you're going to have is on this one right here. But it folds right over. Hold it. Now if you're worried about it coming undone, right here's the end. It holds up pretty good. If you roll it and get it in there nice and tight, you can always put one of these on it just to make you feel better. Phew. It rained last night here, and now it's like really sticky outside today. I think it's supposed to be like 84 today, which isn't bad, but the humidity is awful. Awful, awful. It makes it that much hotter. Alright, come on, Laurel. Get to wrapping. Maybe these 4 pieces that I cut for wrapping might be long enough for me for what I want to do. We'll see. Might be a long video. I don't get too many complaints about my videos being long. I do get a few. But if you click on, if you're watching a replay, you can click on it and you can move the video faster. But yeah, I've had a couple of complaints. They'll get over it. If they don't like my video, they can watch a different one. Right? Plus, you get to hear my little story time. Sometimes I tell little stories. They're usually true. Or I talk junk about the housekeeper, which is me. Hey, you got to keep life happy, right? You got to enjoy life. Plus, I'm talking to myself. I'm not, but I am. Hopefully my neighbors ain't listening and saying, why is she talking to herself in there? My neighbors ain't that close, but I have a neighbor that's attached to me. Yeah, she's on the other side of the house. On the other side. Alright. Almost there. I'm going to wrap this one and put this one to the side. If I need it, I'll come back to it. I'm wrapping pretty fast. What y'all think? It's not very often that I do a whole solid bowl. One solid color. It's not very often. Because I like to experiment. And I don't like plain. I always got to put some bling, some sparkle. Sometimes I use that trellis lace to give it a little spice, you know. I got to give it my little personality. But this one, this is one of my favorite colors. One of them. This one's more like a seafoam turquoise green. It's not turquoise blue. It's more of a turquoise green. Aqua, I guess you call it. But it's pretty. It's pretty. Purple, pink, turquoise are my favorite colors. Alright. Whew. Hands got to work out. Work out, work out. Alright. Clip. Ready? Let me see some comments here. Mississippi. Hi, Rhonda. Nice fabric. Fast and neat. Bling is always good. Happy life. That's right. Well, thank you, Judy. I try to, you know. Bonnie, I have made 3. Oh, good. Are you in my Facebook group? Do you have Facebook? My Facebook group is called, let's see if I can get it right this time, Roped In by Laurel. Roped In by Laurel's Rope Bowls. There you go. That's the name of my Facebook group. It's a whole bunch of questions. Not a whole bunch, but answer all the questions and all that good stuff. Say, hey, Laurel, I saw you on YouTube. But you can show your pictures of your bowls on the group. And sometimes I have, I teach videos on there too. There's people from all over the world in the group. We got UK, we got Peru, we got Ireland, we got, what's the name of that? My brain's like, whoop. The Netherlands. I'm trying to remember. The UK. All over. We got a whole bunch from Texas. You sure could tell Texas is big. Because we got a lot of people from Texas. We got quite a few from Florida. Pennsylvania. There's a lot from Ohio. But we got 11,000 people. It's still growing. My group is almost 3 years old, and we have that many people. It's pretty cool. But yeah, Roped In by Laurel's Rope Bowls is the name of my group. I also have a group called, now I changed the name. It was called Crafting with Laurel, but I had to change it. What did I name it now? Crafting ideas and something I named it. I don't know. I'm getting old, y'all. I'm getting old. I'm getting wise. Alright, my bowl's trying to shape a little bit different because I can hold it up over the top of the... Here, let me show you. See, it's coming over the top now. So you can tilt your bowl up higher and it'll start straightening out a little bit. Just a little bit. It ain't going to do a whole lot, but it'll straighten out a little bit. Alright, let me tilt you. Hi, Myra. How are you? Hi, Rhonda, Rhonda. Dang, all that wrapping, I'm at the end of it now. Now make sure you subscribe and give me some thumbs up. And if you want to donate some coffee, there's a little heart. Hey, Rhonda, is that heart showing up on there? Vicky? Well, I know one of y'all know what that one looks like. It's supposed to be showing up. But there's a little heart. It has a $sign on it. Just click on that and it'll take you to how you can donate coffee. It's called a super thanks. There's a super chat. There's a super thanks. The super chat gives you little emojis on your comments when we're on live, which is cool. And all that goes towards supplies for the rope and keep the internet on and all that yada yada. Shows me that you appreciate me and actually give me a cup of coffee. Where's my coffee at? The housekeeper, she's on strike, and my butler's on strike. What the heck? What are we gonna do about them? What are we gonna do about the butler now? We got a butler now, y'all. Or a waiter. We got somebody. Alright, so I'm gonna wrap this last turquoise, and I think the bowl might be big enough to do what I want to do. I'm thinking. So this row, I'm going to do a little bit different. And then we're going to add the beads. And the beads are going to be a little bit different. It's not going to be on top. It's going to look like, what's a good word for it? Maybe like a belt loop. I don't know what to call it. Sort of like a belt loop. Oh, I think I need one more. Think I need one more. Just one more night. One more night. Y'all finishing the song for me? Seems I can't sing on YouTube. Alright, I think I need one more strip. Cutting a strip. Oh, this bowl's gonna be pretty. That's one thing about making these bowls. I don't think there's a such thing as an ugly bowl. There might be ugly fabric, but we had a challenge twice on the group to wrap your bowl with what you thought was ugly fabric. And those bowls, let me tell you, they turn out absolutely gorgeous. The design on the fabrics just changed and did its own thing. It looked so cool. Hey Vicky, were you in the group when I did that challenge with the ugly fabric? I did it twice. Yeah, those bowls, they actually turn out really pretty. Pretty and cool looking. Alright, so I'm wrapping this one more. Alright, so this next couple of rows, we're going to separate. So we're going to skip a spot in the rope. And then the two top rounds, we're going to add the beads and we're going to slide it into where we're skipping. Does that make sense? I don't know if I need 2 rounds or 3. We'll check it out. So I might be wrapping some more. Y'all, this is going to be a long video. You got your popcorn and your chips and your sandwich. And your soda or your iced tea or your hot tea or your coffee. It's going to be a long one. I might need to get a charger. 10 likes, 10 people. Well, thank you, you guys. It's gonna be pretty. You gotta stay to the end to see it. So I took some wood beads. I drilled holes to make them a little bit bigger so it'll slide on the rope. And I have some pearl beads that have holes big enough for the rope. So the pearl and the wood beads are going to be pretty on here. At least I think it will. Alright. It's enough for now. Okay, so I'm going to zoom in so you can see what the heck I'm doing. So, I think, let's see. So I'm going to go 2.5 inches. So I'm going to skip. So we're going to skip and I'm going to pull the rope so it'll have a little tiny opening. You don't want a big, huge opening, just a little bit. Can you see that? Well, thank you, Judy. You rock. That's right. I wish I had my music on. I'm a backstitch. Thank you. Alright, so right here, I'm going to connect the two now. Did you see what I just did? I just stitched over the edge of the rope that I'm skipping. Okay. Here we go. We're going to go all the way around and we're going to do it, connect those two. So we're leaving an opening for the bead. Uh-oh. I hope the bead will fit through there. For the bead and the rope. I'm tangled up on my chair. Here we go. And, alright, you see the opening? Can you see the opening? Let me know if you can see the opening. Right here. Oh, maybe I should try the bead, see if it'll fit through there. Hang on. I don't trust myself. Alright, see my opening? Here's my bead. So we're going to see if it'll go through there. Alright, so I'm going to take out a little bit. So 2 inches is probably be better. Here, let's cut this off. I wasn't thinking ahead of time. Alright, see, this is what I just did. I'm leaving an opening. Alright, so I had to take out some stitches. And cut these strings so it don't look tacky. And we'll go back over it. But first, we're going to make sure the bead will fit. Alright, so the bead, whoop, get back here. I think it'll be okay. Alright, so I'm going to go back over that. Let me get this bead. Alright. I'm going to go back over that and tighten it up. Alright, why'd you do that? Come on. Somehow my thread came out of the needle. That's what happened. Why'd you do that? Singer sewing machine. I don't know. I like my baby lock the best. Let me hush. I like the baby lock the best. Alright, let's try this one more time. Hold my thread this time. Back stitch. Alright. Now we need to cut the strings and jump back over to where we were. Let me trim these off right quick. See, it's only thread, y'all. So if it don't do right, just take it out, take it apart. Take it, not all the way apart. Alright, so I ain't got a whole lot of... Ain't got no. Sounds real good, Laurel. So we're going to stitch over that. Okay, we're going to do that one more time. I don't know if it'll look better with 2 or if it'll look better with 3. Let me get my strings. I think 3 would look better. So we're going to go back around. Alright, here's our hole. So I'm going to do 3. Uh-oh, I think I went off kilter. Did I catch it? Did I catch it? I think I need one more strip. Let me cut a strip right quick. And after this one, we'll put the pretty flower around the top. Maybe. Okay, I gotta add rope. Put my needle down, turn my bowl. Not rope, fabric. Alright, so we're gonna add some more fabric. Y'all see what I'm doing so far? Yeah? Alright, so we're gonna add fabric. And we're gonna put it over the top. Bring it down. I like to roll it back. Run my finger now under there. Hold it. Roll my finger over on it. And pull it to the left. Wrap it. And each time I wrap, I'm holding it. I'm glad y'all like my videos. Don't forget, if you're just coming on, don't forget to subscribe. Give me some thumbs up. Let me know if you've ever made a rope bowl before or a coaster. And my Facebook group name is Roped In by Laurel's Rope Bowls. That's my Facebook group. Now there's questions you have to answer. The questions are mainly to see what kind of interest you have in it. If you're following me on YouTube, keeps out the scammers, that kind of stuff. And we have fun on my group. We have 11,000 and some change people. That's a lot of people. Ooh, I don't think they all participate all the time, but quite a few of y'all do. I try to keep it interesting. You know, people, you know, they're living their life, and everybody don't jump on Facebook every day. Even I don't do that unless I get notifications. Alright, let's see. I'm going to wrap it to right here because I might not need a whole lot. Alright, here we go. Alright, decisions. Where do I want to start the new fabric? So sometimes you got to think ahead a little bit. Where do I want to start the new? If you remember how you do some of your bowls, I think I'm gonna go to the end of this cord. It might be good. Because I don't want to start it right here. Or do I? I don't think so. Alright, so I'm going to look across my sewing machine and see where the loop is. Maybe I can get it. I think it'll be almost perfect. Alright, let me look. I think I need to unwrap a couple wraps. Ooh, I'm leaning back trying to eyeball it here. Alright, so right there, and then I'll start the new fabric. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this. Cut this piece off. I save the links like this I have a little Ziploc bag. I have a Ziploc bag. I keep all my strips or pieces of fabric that'd be big enough to make something with or to wrap a bowl. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and cut a couple of strips of this. And we'll look at some comments. Well, thank you, Colleen. Thank you so much. I like that little emoji. That's cute. Well, thank you. Well, hi, Doris. How are you? Waiting on your doctor's appointment. Love your videos. Thank you. Well, good luck on your doctor's appointment. Hope everything is spiffy. Let's celebrate this first super live stream. Cool. That's a cool emoji. Clean bill of health. That's what I'm claiming for you, Colleen. Is that Colleen? No, Doris. Clean bill of health. You're good. Everything's perfect. Just like this bowl's getting ready to turn out. It's going to turn out perfect. Alright. Ooh. Them scissors are going to give me a callus. Alright, so I did 2 strips. This is the full length of the fabric. Alright, so cut your salvages off. Come here, scissors. Cut the salvages. Sometimes these salvages got cute little words and flowers and polka dots, and some of them have whatever the print is. Alright, so I put my needle down. I'm going to turn it. And we're going to add the flowers. Give me some rope slack here. Alright, here we go. Ain't this cute fabric? I was looking around the room and looked at these two. They were like not quite together, but they were close together. And I was like, ooh. Ooh. That'll be pretty. Plus I wanted to try this technique. It kind of reminds me of a belt loop, but you're adding the pearls and the rope. So we'll be adding a bead in a minute. But we're going to have to measure the rope around the top. And then we're going to cut the rope and we're going to have to slide on however many beads I'm going to be using. So I drilled the holes a little bit bigger in these wood beads. If you get a husband and he does woodwork or whatever, he's got a tool you can use to hold the bead. It's either a vice grip or what do they call them? You can actually use those tools with the handle that tightens. Just put it on the bead and tighten it. Monkey wrench, what do they call them? Crescent wrench. But anyway, you could put the bead on that, hold it with one hand, and drill the hole through the bead. Vice grip. What's that thing? It's a big metal thing. It has a handle and it cranks. My dad used to do metal work, so he had one of those. Is it a vice grip? I don't know. What do I know? Alright, so I'm going to wrap So I'm going to do 2 rounds of this. We're going to measure around the top of the rim of the bowl. And then we're going to cut the rope. And we're going to add the beads to do what we're going to do. Y'all like, what in the world is she doing? What is she doing? Otherwise, you'll have to add the beads first before you can put the bowl together. Alright, where'd the other one go? Did I use both of them? I don't think this is enough. I was running my mouth. Running. Alright, so I need one more strip, I do believe. Did the strip run away or did I use it? I don't see it, so it must have got wrapped. Alright, there's one more. What the heck happened here? Did I cut it on the wrong side? I'm on the short bus. I don't need these. Okay. I'm looking around. See? I think I used it already. I was just wrapping away. Wrapping. My finger's a little bit sore. I pulled the skin off my finger. And it hurt. Didn't hurt when I did it, but it hurts now. Alright, this didn't get tight. Gotta be tight now. Get it in there. Okay. Mo better. Mo better with butter. Ooh, this is gonna be cute. Can y'all see it? Look. Alright, so I'm trying to do this one a little bit snugger to the rope. Because we got to slide the bead on. Try not to have too many lumpy bumps. But if you turn your bead as you're sliding it on the rope, it gets on there better. I didn't have a big enough drill bit to make it too much bigger. Oh, is this 2 rounds? All right. I'm gonna keep wrapping. I might have to take some of it out. Or not. We'll see. All right. Give my hand a break. I'm gonna go ahead and start stitching until I get to that opening. Oh, y'all, look at that. Can y'all see it? Look. Isn't that pretty? Okay. 2 back stitches. That's all I'm doing on that. Alright, so we need to measure. Come on, let go. Scissors. Alright. I'm gonna see if I can get y'all where you can see what I'm doing. Alright. Here is the hole. Okay. So, I'm pretending the bead is on it right now. Alright, so we're gonna... I think the first round I want down here. So when I get here, I'm going to back stitch a few times. The bead is going to be on here. Alright, so let me put a pin up here. Well, that didn't go in there very good. Alright, so the bead's going to be on here. Do I want it that long? Because the next round, I want it to hang right here. Alright, so we're going to hold it. Put a pin here and there. Y'all, this is pretty. Alright, so I need to wrap some more. Pin. How about a clip? There we go. I need to wrap some more. We need to wrap some more. Y'all, that's going to be pretty. What do y'all think? I might even add a solid color on the very top. I don't know. We're letting the bowl talk to us. We're letting the bowl tell us what it wants. Alright, so I gotta wrap some more. Maybe I don't want a clear, I mean a solid color. Clip. Alright, so I gotta wrap some more. Ah, guess what I found? Look, I knew I wasn't tripping. I was not tripping. I knew I had two of them. Okay, so I'm going to wrap some more. And it's probably going to end back there, right? I think. To where we started the new wrap. Yeah. And I'll show you how to get a nice, tight, smooth ending to your rope. I will show you. What do y'all think? Is it going to be pretty? Time to go for Hawaii. My son went to Jamaica last year. He was like, Mom, you gotta go to Jamaica. But what if I want to go to Hawaii? I want to go to Peru too. I want to do a lot of things, but life don't let me. It's alright, I can watch videos and see pretty pictures. And dream. Dream on. Dream on. Alright. I'm wrapping. Dang, this is pretty. I like it. I like it a lot. Oh, my finger. Alright, so I think I better put something right here to hold it in place. I don't know how good that's going to work, but so we're going to dip it through the hole. We're just measuring and placing right now. Alright, so imagine the bees are on here. Maybe it needs to go up, because we're going to have space for those big beads. Alright, so we're going to do that. Measure, measure. And then we're going to cut the end. Measure, measure. Good enough. And the end should be right here where I started. So, darn, I wrapped too much. What? Since when? Unwrap a little bit. Okay. Right here. Alright, so I'm going to put the clip back on. I'm going to go ahead and cut my rope. So I'm going to go just a little bit past the end right here because you want to be able to flatten your rope. We're going to cut the filler out of the inside. You just push it back. Now if you're using solid cotton rope, just cut it on a real sharp angle. Alright, here's that filler stuff. Just cut a good amount out. And then just pull your end and look how flat. See how flat it goes? And you're going to wrap over it. We're going to cut it. Okay. Seems we're going to be putting... Do I want to use tacky glue? I hate using glue. I have glue and it's all dusty. That darn housekeeper, I don't know what I'm going to do with her. So we're going to put a little tacky. I don't have a glue stick close to me. I'm using this tacky glue. The fabric. If I can get it out. Come on. This is crafter's glue. Alright, so I'm going to go in. I'm going to take a pen. That's what we'll do. Uh-oh. We're going to wipe it on. That's how you do that. That's how much glue I like to use. Just a little. Because we're going to be putting a bead on. Actually, a few beads. Alright. Wipe that off. We're going to wrap it without getting it all over ourselves. But you can use a glue stick. Oh, see, I got it on my finger. Alright, where's the clamp? Here it is. We're going to go ahead and clamp it right there. Okay? Because we're going to be putting a bead on. Hey, we lost some people. Alright. Put this pin somewhere. We're putting the beads right here and right here. Okay, we can take all of this out. Clips. Pins. We got both in here. Pin. And we're going to slide on some beads. Take this out. And I think I'm going to go ahead and secure this little spot right here. Uh-oh. How far was it? You remember how far it was? I think it was right there. So about 1 inch. Alright. I got y'all still in view. Thread. Oh, I'm a little bit nervous, y'all. Because I want it to turn out right. Just a little bit nervous. Or excited. I don't know if it's my nerves or being excited. The combination. Alright. Bead. We got the pearls. So I want to put a pearl on first. Okay. Come on. So we'll pull out what, 4, 5. I think it's an odd number. So I'm going to put a bead on each side of the wood bead. A pearl on each side of the wood bead. I'm making a bunch of racket. Okay, this is what they look like. Is it dry enough for me to put a bead on? Take a breath, answer some questions. Perfect colors away. Oh, there we go. We got 13 people again. All right, so we're gonna, yeah, it should be dry enough. We're putting a bead on. Wait a minute. Give me your scissors. Cut that. It's too much fabric. Okay. The pearls might not be. Did I measure the pearls on here? If you squish it and turn it, squish it and turn it, it comes through. There we go. Woo! Alright, so we're pulling it. Uh-oh. This is where I double. The fabric's double. Just turn it and squish it. Turn it and squish it. It should be alright. And then pull. Uh-oh. Take a breath. Come on, you gotta get in there. Come on. Don't pull the fabric. Come on. Nope. It ain't gonna go with the pearl. It don't want to go over the double thickness of the... Come on, you gotta come on off. Don't mess up my wrap. It's stuck. I think I messed my wrap up. Maybe not. Alright, let's try the wood bead. So much for the pearls. But it's okay. It'll be alright. Oh man. Something. Alright. Laurel. What in the world you got us into? It kind of rolled my, there we go. Pulling it backwards. Alright, let's try my hole that I drilled. I might have to go get the drill again. Alright, so I'm squishing, I'm turning. This one's moving better. There we go. See, that's what I'm talking about right there. Look at here. Alright, so this is where I had to wrap over. Just take your time, squish, turn, squish, turn, squish, turn. And did I get it? Now pull. There we go. We have progress, Houston. Is that another part? So where I double wrapped, where I added the wrap, it's a little bit thicker. Ta-da! Woo! That was a workout. The pearl didn't fit. Alright. Can we see what I'm doing? No. Alright, so did I backstitch right here? So we're going to bring it down. Alright, this one was the longer one. Y'all still with me? Are you still with me? Alright, looky there. I think it was down a little bit further. Come on, come on. Get the middle. Ta-da! Now we might have to tack it down so it don't go like that. Was it that far or was it longer? I think it was just a smidget longer. Alright, we're going to put it right there. Pin. Oh, that was a workout, y'all. Alright, let me turn you so you can see. That's cool. Nuh-uh, that's cool beans. Alright, get under there nice and... Let's see. I might have to make my sewing machine go back further. Good job. Alright, here we go. We can breathe now. Everybody take a breath. Darn it, I wanted to use the pearl. Oh, how much battery I got left? It don't show me. Woo! Don't forget to subscribe. Hit that like button. Say cool beans. And if you want to donate coffee or just donate, period, there's a heart and a super chat. There's a heart with a $sign. And your comment will come up as an emoji of some sort. It's kind of fun. The donations, I won't get till the end of the month. And the donations go towards rope and keeps the internet on. It shows you appreciate me. Alright, so I'm pinching it and turning. Pinching, squeezing, pushing, turning. I used all the terms in one. There we go. Uh-oh. This is where I double wrapped, where I added the fabric. So you just push. You're pushing, you're squeezing the fabric and pushing and turning at the same time to get it past that. I probably should have drilled the hole a little bit bigger. Okay. Oh, there we go. One more. Oh, no. Alright, now, let me turn you. So we got the bead to here. We're going to push it through our little hole. Oh, y'all, look. This is what the inside looks like. Wouldn't that be cool to do all the way around? Alright, so we're going to adjust where we want them. I wanted the pearls with it. Can't have everything, no. Alright, pin. Ain't it cute? Alright, we're going to go forward. Make sure it's close together. I'm going to get it back stitch as far as we can. Pull the pin out. I don't know if the beads look cool or the flower fabric. Y'all, this is definitely cool beans. This one deserves my name sticker on it. Alright, so I'm looking to see where my end is. My ending is right here, so I need to... Hey, that glue works good. Alright, I need to cut it. Wait a minute, let me look again. I'm going to cut it right here. Y'all, this is like, oh, do I have a sneeze? Feel like I got a sneeze, y'all. Maybe not. All right. Oh, I'm excited. I'm mad because the pearl didn't fit, but... All right, let me stretch this fabric down a little bit. All right, so you seen me cut out the filler. It makes it nice and flat. And we're going to use what I call a pokey tool. Oh no, the battery's trying to die. I better hurry up. Alright. Hold on, battery. Anyway, y'all got to see most of it. Alright, so I'm going to use these big... No, where are my pokey tools? There it is. Don't die on me, battery. So I'm pushing it nice and flat, and I'm going off the edge. Back stitch. Ta-da! Let me hurry up. My battery's trying to die. No, die. I lost the pearl. Alright, ladies, gentlemen. Ta-da! I'm going to post it on Facebook. My battery's getting ready to go kaput. Here's what she looks like. Ain't it pretty? And here's my ending. There's my ending. Look at that. How cute. Alright, y'all. Love you. My battery's going kaput. And if you're in my group, I'm going to post a picture of it after I trim all the strings and stuff off of it. Ain't it cute? Love it. Hey, y'all. That was fun. That was exciting. And I might tack it down just so it don't, you know. Oh, that's cute. Alright, y'all. Love you. Love you. Oh, look, my boo-boo. Love you. Bye. Give it a try. It ain't that hard. Love you. Bye. Uh-oh.